Good morning, students. How are you this morning? All right. Today we are going to look at a cylinder. A cylinder is a solid shape. It's a special type of a pyramid. Sorry, a prism. It's a special type of a prism. This is an example of a cylinder. This is a cylindrical cup. You know your Mino tin cup is a good example of a cylindrical shape. Your teacup at home in the mug is also a good example of a cylindrical shape. A cylindrical shape is made from a rectangular shape. Look at this carbon paper. This is a rectangular shape. When you curve it, you see it? When you curve it, it becomes a cylinder. It becomes a cylindrical shape. Look at it, it is now a cylindrical shape. Now, you observe that when it is a rectangle, here is the length and here is the breadth. But when you fold it to form a cylinder, then you have the length automatically become the height. Now look at the slide on the board. We have, you know, the area of a rectangle is length times breadth. The length here is R, while the breadth is B. But when I fold it into a cylinder, you discover that the length here, B, once I fold it, it becomes a circular shape. Now, that length B now becomes the circumference. Then, why the length now become my height, H. Therefore, if the area of a rectangle is length times breadth, it implies that the area of that cylinder will also be what? Length times breadth. But you recall that now our length is now H and our breadth is now 2 pi r. Therefore, the curved surface area of a cylinder, which is the rectangle that you curve, is what? 2 pi RH. Again, 2 pi RH. Now let's go to the next slide. Guys, it is what I just explained. Now, you also observe that this cylinder is not a complete cylinder. What I have is a hollow cylinder. Look at here, empty, the other end, empty. Then you need two circles to cover both the upper and the lower end. The circle for the upper end, you know that the area of a circle is what? Pi r squared. Y for the other end is also pi r squared. Therefore, for the two circles that you need to cover the two circular surfaces are 2 pi r squared. Again, 2 pi r squared. Remember, one is pi r squared. Then the two of them have become 2 pi r squared. Therefore, the total surface area of a cylinder is given as what? 2 pi RH, which is the curved surface, plus 2 pi r squared. Now, let's go to the next slide. We have what we call an open cylinder. What is an open cylinder? An open cylinder is a cylinder that is open at one end. Look at this glass cup. The base has a circle, is covered, but the upper part is not covered. This is what we call an open cylinder. Therefore, an open cylinder has only one circle. Therefore, to find the total surface area of an open cylinder, you have what? 2 pi arrow h, which is the curved surface, plus pi r square. Just pi r square, no 2 again, because it has only one circle. Now let's move on to the next slide. This is an open cylinder. You see it, 2 pi r h plus pi r square. Having said that, students, let's look at an example. Example 1. Calculate the curved surface area of a cylindrical container of radius 60 centimeter and height 50 centimeter. Take pi as 3.14. Now let's look at it together. Pi is given to you as 3.14. R equals 60 centimeter. Radius 50 centimeter. Then by substitution, remember your formula, 2 pi r h. You have 2 multiplied by pi, which is 3.14, multiplied by 60, which is the radius, then multiply by the height, which is 50. When you multiply that, what you have will give you 228 multiplied by 30. That will give you what? 18,840 centimeter square. Then we move on to the next slide. A newspaper is rolled into a cylindrical shape of approximate diameter 4 centimeter. It is wrapped for positioning with a strip of paper which goes round 2.5 times round the newspaper. Use the value of 3 for pi to find the approximate height of the wrapping paper. Now let's look at it. The length of the paper is equal to what? 2.5. Why is it so? Now, it is given there that it go round the newspaper about 2.5 times, which means the length is 2.5. Then multiply by the circumference of the newspaper. The circumference of the newspaper is given as what? Look at it there. Then we have the newspaper is this, then pi is 2. Then the radius, of course, you are told that it has a diameter of 4. The radius is half of diameter, which is 2. The circumference is what? 2 pi r. 2 multiplied by 3, which is the pi, times the radius, which is 2. Then you have 12. The length of the paper is what? 2.5. Therefore, 2.5 multiplied by 12, that will give you 30. Therefore, the approximate length of the wrapping paper is what? 30 centimeter. Let's move on to the next slide. A closed tin is in the shape of a cylinder of diameter 10 centimeter and height 15. Use pi for the value of 3.14. Find the total surface area of the tin. B. The value of the tin to the nearest naira if a tin plate costs 4,500 per meter square. Now let's go to the next slide for the solution. The radius is 5, that is 10 divided by 2. The height 15. The pi is what? 3.14. Total surface area is given as 2 pi rh plus 2 pi r square. When you evaluate that, you have approximately 630 centimeters square. Now, If the cost of a plate per meter is 450, pardon, I'm going to correct that, 450, 4,500 per meter square. Note, to convert centimeter square to meter square, you divide by 100 square. That will give you 10,000. Then dividing 630 centimeter square will give you 630 divided by 1,000, 10,000. That will give you 0.063 meter square. That if 1 meter square costs 4,500, therefore you have 0.063 multiplied by 4,500. That will give you 280 naira. Now let's move on to the next slide. Volume of a cylinder. The formula to calculate the volume of a cylinder is pi r square h. Pi r square h. So calculate the volume of a cylindrical steel ball, which is 8 centimeter long and 3.5 centimeter in diameter. The formula is pi r square h. Please, whenever you are solving any solid shape, it is appropriate you write the formula first. H equals 8 centimeter. R equals 3.5 over 2. That will give you 1.75 centimeter. Pi 3.14. Then when you evaluate that, you have 76.93 centimeter square. Assignment. I want you all to take this assignment. A tank of a petrol lorry is a cylinder 2 meters in diameter and 7 meters long. That dimension is diameter, please. Is diameter. Calculate the volume in meter square. B. Find the capacity in kiloliter. Please, I want you to take this assignment as classwork. All of you now do it and send it in. Please, I don't want you all to minimize using the video. Send in your solution through text. Just write it, solve it and send it down. Either you snap it and send it as picture, or you solve it and send it. I want to see the solution, not just the answer. But please minimize the use of video. Thank you. I'll see you in the next class so that I can respond to your assignment.